Hi guys, I'm Tony Woods and I'll be taking you through the SISNI guitar method, Fundamental Chord Shapes, book number 1. Okay guys, welcome back for another lesson. This lesson is going to be number 15 in our method book series, book number 1. Lesson 15 is going to be extra review. One last opportunity to exercise our big open chords in the key of C. After this song, we'll be leaving the key of C, moving on to the key of A. So this will be exciting. We've covered the key of G. Last song for the key of C. We don't have this. We're going to be playing Daniel by Elton John today. I don't have it. It's not in the SISNI book. So you'll need to go to our website, guitarschoolofrichland.com, download the free PDF, go to the PDF section, go to book number 1, handouts, and you can print the Daniel PDF for free and follow along. You'll have exactly the same thing that I have sitting in front of me. Okay, so one new chord we're picking up in this particular song. We're picking up the D minor chord. You may remember the D chord from the key of G. It was the bottom 4th strings, first finger, second finger, third finger in a triangle shape. That was our D chord. Very good job if you remember that. Very good. So we're going to move one note. We're going to move this bottom note back to the 1st fret. But it's impossible to do that with this finger, so we're going to have to use different fingers. So on your chart there you can see 1st finger here, 2nd finger on top, 3rd finger. So you got the top half of the triangle still there, but we've moved one note all the way back. That is a D minor. People oftentimes ask, what is a minor chord? And that can be very difficult to explain because tendency is to explain it technically. So let's just say a minor chord sounds sad. Major chord sounds happy. The sad chord, the happy. Okay, minor chords tend to sound sad, and you usually have a minor chord in a song. Not always, but anyway, they're good to know. So we've got a D minor chord today. Alright, so we're playing through our piece of music here, Daniel. You've got your long diagonal C chord, 2 4 beats of that. To the D minor, 4 beats of that. To the G. To an E minor. You should remember this E minor because we studied it in the key of G. So you've already got it under your belt. E minor. Then we've got A minor. That's in the key of C. We already studied this. Here's our favorite F chord. The G chord. Remember I suggested anytime a G chord follows an F chord, just slide your F forward to the G. That's a good way to get used to playing that. And then we're back to A minor for 4 beats. Sorry. Yeah, 4 beats. Okay, we are down to the 4th line in the music. We're bound to F, back to F for 4 beats. G for 4 beats. And back to the C chord for 4 beats. Alright, then we go down to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th line where there's 2 dots. That's because this little section, that one line is going to repeat. So we're going to a little pre-chorus here, or a bridge. F for 4 beats. In case you're wondering if you're getting frustrated with your F chord, if you still are having a tough time playing it, that's perfectly normal. Most students, from my experience, don't feel comfortable with this F chord until about book 2 or book 3 of the fundamental series. That just gives you an idea how long it takes to develop that chord, okay? Remember I said you can start practicing it on the A, the 5th fret, because it's a little easier to play it there. And then as your fingers and hands get stronger, back to the G, back to the F. Okay, so let's do our little pre-chorus. We got 4 beats of F, 4 beats of C, 4 beats of F, 4 beats of C. Then we're popping out of that and into a bridge. We got A minor for 4 beats. The F chord for 2 beats. And then the G sharp. Now this is where you want to pause and get extra credit. If you can figure out how to make that G sharp, I would be very ecstatic and you should pat yourself on the back. So how do you take this chord and create a G sharp? Well, the first thing you do is slide this chord to the G, the same way we always do. And then a G sharp just means you take a G chord and slide it forward. So you slide all of these notes, everything slides forward to the G sharp. A little bit weird, I believe you'd call it a suspension. It just kind of creates a little excitement. It's not in the key, but it sounds really cool in the song. So the G sharp, the little squiggly thing after the G sharp just means you rest. You're just holding that chord. Back to the C for 4 beats. We're going to play our D minor. Regular G for 2 beats. And then as always, you want to end the song on the same chord that the song started on. So we're going to end with 1 strum of our C chord. The song doesn't really seem like it's finished unless you strum that chord 1 time. The same chord that the song starts with, usually. Okay, that's the whole thing. That's the lesson. Just more review on the key of C open chords, Daniel by Elton John. If you're wondering why we mixed up chords from the key of G and the key of C, they're not really mixed up. All of those chords are found in the key of C. We don't really know that. You won't figure that out until book 2 of the Fundamental Chord series. We'll start explaining that. But this is a piano song. Elton John is a genius. This is a piano song. He wrote it on piano. Piano songs tend to have a lot more chords in them than guitar-oriented songs. Pianists just know how to make that stuff work together. Guitar players tend to just not be as versed at making super cool chord progressions. They tend to follow pre-existing patterns, I guess. Anyway, super cool song. It helps us practice all the chords we've learned so far from the key of G and the key of C. Really good practice. Even if you never play along with the actual song at full speed, run through this once or twice because it does all of the chords you've learned so far. I guess I'll go out trying to sing it for you. I can't make any claims to it sounding great, but as always, practice hard. Have a good time. We'll see you for the next lesson. Daniel is traveling tonight on a plane. I can see the red tail lights headed for Spain. Oh, and I can see Daniel waving goodbye. Sorry, I'm not watching the music. Oh, it looks like Daniel must be the clouds in my eyes. Pre-chorus. Daniel, my brother, you are older than me. You still feel the pain in the stars. I can't remember the words. That won't heal. Popping out of the chorus to the A minor. Your eyes have died. Remember the minor chords are supposed to sound sad. Perfect. Your eyes have died. You see more than I. Daniel, you're a star in the face of the sky. Pretty song. Have a good time, you guys. Practice this one. We'll see you next lesson.